Hey, Suri, how you going, mate? And Ahmed, good to have you here, and everyone else, all our moderators, all of our members, all of our Patreon members. It's Kaz from In the Trenches with Kaz, with you, and I'm here to do something a bit different tonight. The format is not necessarily that much different, but what it is, I see a lot of personal trainers. I see a lot of people slipping backwards because there's a lack of either teamwork, unity, companionship, etc. that is happening, and the engine turned off during COVID and it doesn't seem to have turned back on. So different is better than good is my goddamned, without cussing, mantra. And I want to take you with me. I want to make it fun. I want to make it interactive. I want you to feel like you have something that represents you. And for the first time, I'm going to be competing with you as well. And what's going to occur? G'day, Navy veteran. How you going? Nothing we can do to fix up your lack of fitness being Navy, you poor bastard stuck on the love boat with the captain. G'day there, Chunky. How you going, mate? Simon Powell, how you going? We've got the RAF, we've got the Navy, we've got the Army, we've got Leo, who will be on the tugboats soon enough. Tugboats. Guardian 27. You know, the Sworn Defender, hey, Kaz and team, unfortunately at work again, but looking forward to rewatching this one. Then you need to break out, you need to leave, you need to get COVID so you can go home and watch what we're about to talk about. Bam. We're about to talk about it now. I'm going to put this on quickly. We'll play this twice during this video so that you can watch it. But this is for you there, Sworn Defender. Papa Palps, hey, Kaz, guess who's leaving for Kapooka tomorrow? Too late for this one. I wish I'd got it to you earlier, my friend. You're going to be cold, my buddy. Jacqueline Dixon, the Beaver. Hope we're all well. We are all well. And Papa, can we get some... Can we get everyone to put some thumbs up there for the coldest guy in town, which is going to be Papa Palps. Whatever his last meal is tonight is going to be landing down on the runway of the porcelain of a Kapooka shithouse. So all the best to you, mate. Hi, 11. And this one, guys, we'll play it again after, but boom. Guys and gals, I get sick of giving advice. It's time for me to change it up, to give you something to allow you to meet me halfway. And have it quality, and here it is. Meet me halfway, watch this video, follow the instructions, let's go. That's Kaz, 343. Could you be fitter? What are your numbers? Do you know what fitness level you're at? What do you want to be your goals? Do you want to go to military? Do you want to be a better version of you? Are you sick of getting swiped left? Do you want to be better in the bedroom, don't we all? Do you want to be the best cabin boy a man can be? I've got the solution for all of this. No matter what you're after, do you want to be part of an online group, a fraternity, a online boot camp? Call to action. What should we call said group? Let's try and get to at least 50 people so it's you versus us. Step 1. Join Patreon in the link below. Step 2, text me your address to the bat phone. It's exclusive, I don't share it. Bam. I'll send you one of these. Numbered, signed. Our motto, slogan, give me a number. Said better by Ant Middleton himself. Who dares wins.
Lord Dracula.
Who dares to dare? Who wins, who dares? Who cares who wins? Step 3, training sucks when done alone. Boom. Get a friend involved. Step 4, Quattro for the Spanish. Go and get your raw scores. Whether it be the prone hold, whether it be the push-ups in 1 minute, whether it be the burpees in 1 minute, whether it be the 2.4 run or the swim, there's a cross-reference of activities that are going to take you beyond where you are at the moment. And then it's you versus you, as we say. Step 5, start attacking your own scores and make a better version of you versus us. Call to action. What is the name of this online boot camp that we're about to conduct? Subscribe to the channel. Be a good active member. Help us to help you. Step 6, if we can get 50 members, and by rights, if you've got a group, get a bunch of people involved. so you can compete against each other. But if we can get up to 50, which should not be hard, if you in actual fact want to improve your life through physicality, get off the lounge, get off Xbox, get out of the captain's cabin. Then I will give a pair of Nikes, a pair of Asics, or apparel to the person that I believe is having the best go at making the best version of himself. It's that simple. Let's create a movement, drop a stone in the water, create a ripple, a movement that allows us to make a difference, because different is better than good. By working on you, by doing something different in the absence of doing exactly the same thing as yesterday, you were going to see improvements. Whether it be in your core stability, whether it be in your cardiovascular performance, whether it be in your preparation, or whether it simply be, bam, this is the tangible scores I have when I go to a U session, to a assessment session for military, police, etc., and go, this is where I'm at. I'm above the standard, A-OK, 343, let's go. Join me now. Let me know in comments below. Why do you want to join the online boot camp? Why do you want to make yourself better? How do you get better? Different is better than good. Join me as I join you and do something different for you. That's Kaz. That's all I've got to say. Now let's go back to some boutique coffee, gourmet, if you will, and subscribe to the channel that subscribes to your life, because I tell you what, I've got a lot of people I look up to in the USA, but it's about time that we start looking up to people within our own country to say, what is your number? As you tell us your scores. See ya. That's Kaz from In the Trenches with Kaz, out to you. See ya. Peace to your mama. So team, there we go. Let's go back a little bit. David has just said he's in. All he needs to do now is send me his bloody address through the Patreon to the bat phone, bam, and he'll be getting one of these lovely, numbered, signed, laminated, so you can take it to the bathroom with you, cards, so you've got something tangible you can carry with you for the rest of your life. Let's go back a couple of bits so I can say hello to all the people that have just rocked up. Papa Palps, Kaz, I wish I could go, I could just go home. Mate, I understand. Chad, hey team and Kaz, first time joining in for a live stream, currently applying for the reserves and keen to get started. Chad, you need to join me on Patreon. You need one of these under the guise of 343. Get in, grab a buddy, train together, and change your life. That's what I'm saying. And I conducted myself more than 3,000 lessons as a fitness leader, combat fitness leader, for the military. I know what they want, I know what they need, and I know what you need. And you need one of these. Okay, we've got Chunky. I always think of seasickness when I see that word. We've got Navy veteran there. We've got adventuring with Shan. Doing well, Shan. Thumbs up. Ivan Molat's coming to get you now. We've got Suri here. We've got Brad versus 46. I remember when I was that young. Or does he mean Valentino Rossi? One of the best riders in the history of the world. Papa Palps, roast lamb with veggies, going to hit hard on that porcelain. Joshy Forms, we've got you here. Great to have you here, mate. Lukey, yes, good everyone. And Kaz, this is my first time stream. Good to have you here, team. I've managed to catch up to lurking in the background. When I lurk, I always get caught. We've got Simon Powler Raffy, Nicole there. G'day to... Where'd that go? Nicole, hey, Leo and Joshy. Lord Dracula is from Scotland. He'd be chewing into some bloody haggis right now, I'd imagine, which is the reason why he's called himself Dracula. We've got Guardian27. Hey, bro, can't keep your head down. This happens in attacks too. Remember that video? I'm not sure. That's right. That's right. That is the guy in the sand pit. We've got Wasp here. Good to have you here, sir. Say hello to all of the sailors and free the cabin boy. Get him out of Nam. Ant Middleton is a legend. Yes, he is. Vishek. G'day, mate. How you going? Where's that from, my man? I'll do planking every day, says Nicole. That's fine, because abdominal muscles take away the strain of the back, and it's the best way to feel better, you know, if you have got lower back pain. We've got William John Bearer of coffee. Thank you, mate. Nutsu Cow. I drink coffee every day. I'm going to Foster tomorrow to take my little girl there for her first time camping, despite the fact it'll be on fake turf with an ensuite bathroom connected to the site, which is where our van will be going. We've got Noah here. Thank you for saving 2 of the animals. You know, hi, Kaz, love your work. It's 33 too old to join infantry, even if I am fit. It's not to, you talk about unreserved or you're talking about regular. You need to jump on and potentially come and meet me on Patreon to not just get on this and compete against Kaz so we can see how fit you are, but also so we can have conversations one-on-one via the bat phone to be able to give you all the answers you need to a happy life. Mitchell Bennett, g'day buddy. I'm not sure what that one is. Lauren is shining. G'day Lauren, great to have you here, mate. I've been keeping up to date with your art. It's very Coraline-esque. Yeah, magnificent. Foster, very nice place. It is very nice, Josh, but it's always spelt wrong. So let's get to it. Righto, team. So, bam. This is the card that I've decided to make. I've got Ant Middleton there. Give me a number. Me versus me, meaning it's you versus you. I want you to always understand that everything you do is you versus you. Use others to help you to compete. I saw you over there, Robbie Kent. And Brady Cars is here as well. Rob, have you hurt yourself since then? And Zane, good to have you here, mate. This is the card. This is the front. It's laminated. Again, so you can take it to the bathroom if you admire my work. Beast mode is on. The rear of this card, bam, is 343, sponsored. I'm saying that loosely. But what it's all about is this card, I decided it doesn't matter what we do about fitness. It doesn't matter what we say. It doesn't matter about inspiration. Every single person does it worse than me. Bit of a bold claim, Kaz. What do I mean by that? I mean, I'm the one that is telling you I've made this. I can send this to you so you carry it with you everywhere. Your scores as you fill in, okay, these activities will become your default scores. And then from there, what occurs is you will start to have a default setting, and that will be the lowest score you're ever allowed to get. And then it's you competing against you. And then you comparing your score against me, against Carl P, against Dave D, against Luke, as well as David, and all of those that get involved. So wherever you carry this one, imagine going into your assessment session, they go, oh, fitness. The PFA, the pre-enlistment fitness assessment, how do you think you'll go? And you go, these are my stats, flick it across, bam. Some guy cops it in the eye, you know, and you're showing your unarmed combat skills with this new laminated card that the blood will run off, but you're letting him know that you have exceeded the pre-enlistment fitness assessment. You have exceeded the basic fitness assessment for your age. Bam, this is where we're at. And he's going to look at that and go, this kid, we need him now. But why do we keep seeing this in the trenches with Kaz symbology everywhere? Zane. Guys and gals, I couldn't say this enough, that all you need to do is change little things in your life to make yourself happier. And what better way than to have one of these cards, than to have something tangible that you can say, this is what I do, or I didn't know I'd slip back this far. Now, let's talk about the events. The 2.4, because that is the standard run, okay, that you were required to do pretty much in all militaries. This has a score that naturally goes with it, with the BFA for age. Okay, we've got next, and cardio is very important. The 1 minute push-up as opposed to the 2 minute push-ups. I believe almost every push-up that is done in the second minute is almost a waste of time. Okay, the first minute should be the minute of power, which represents a surge in energy in burpees, etc., while we have our combat load or response to enemy action. Okay, so Zane is in as well. Excellent. Dave D is in as well. David will be sending me his address. Fantastic. Guys and gals, the 1 minute push-up. It is important to go as hard as you can. No resting, but no resting. I want to see that surge. I want you to have that red tomato head when you're done. The prone hold. The prone hold will work on your abdominal transverse muscles, which not only does it take pressure off the back, but it allows you to stay in the push-up position longer, in the foreign movement position longer, you know, and it prevents injury to your lower back as well. Chin-ups, lifting your own body weight, that's self-explanatory. If you can't lift your own body weight in PT gear, in civilian attire, or a pair of boardies, no shoes required, then how can you possibly lift yourself for body weight in a fibula, fighting in a built-up area? You can't do it, okay? 1, burpees. That is the up and down simulation. Make sure you're on grass because you can take a wobbly and fall over, and the 100-metre swim. So every question is answered when you flick that across, okay, while offending anyone that's not arms core with the 343 that's on the back. That is worth its weight in gold, team. And when you pick it up, you carry it around. If I was a commander, I'd say, Kaz, how do I get 30 of these so I can give one to every one of my subordinates so that then I can make them show me their scores and see where we're at. And those that get above a certain score, boom, admin day off. Do that. That'll make them happy. Righto, what do we got here? Eddie Bennett. G'day, mate. Oh, from Syria. Can we get some thumbs up for Ed Bennett's son, who is Ed Bennett the third, and Ed Bennett the fourth is currently in Syria talking to us right now, 12:42. Mate, thumbs up to you, mate. Keep your head safe. Don't take things for granted in Syria. And take some photos, my man, because the one thing that we don't do enough of overseas is take photos, and it is like a different culture. It really does almost feel like Return of the Jedi sort of shit. You know, different cultures, you know, different dress, you know, different people, some of the best beards you're ever going to see. You know, Eddie, all the best, mate. And to you and your brothers over there and sisters, tell them to keep their head down too, and a big hug for all of them for our US coalition partners. Happy Independence Day if you didn't get a chance to get your mouth around a sausage for that one. Nicole Simon, can we do this together, mate? Robbie Kent, well done, Double D. What's Double D done? My BFA on Sunday, I got 4 times my required result. Yeah, but he's very, very old. Simon Powell, Mr. Cole, I'd like to give it a go, but I'm starting at 200 kilos. Well, Simon, we've got to do something about that, mate. We're going to look at the swimming first. Let's take the pressure off your knees. Bring that down. You need to cut some things out of the diet. And then from there, once you get to a position where you're not going to cause more injuries, then we need to bring that weight down. I mean, then we can get back into it. RH Morty, good to have you here. Lighty, I think I accidentally did, where are we? Accidentally did my first kilometre today. Accidentally. I had to reset my timer and then forgot that I reset until I realised I ran double my usual distance. It's good. Lauren is saying it's a fantastic resource. Kaz, it is. Because every gym, every single PT, they want you to turn up, but they haven't got something that sits in your goddamn pocket. Something where we can see you, okay, rub it out, you know, and then replace the new number. Because there really should be a witness to make it legit. This is your golf card. Me versus me. What better statement could that have? Ed Jr. True that, Kaz. Work is hard. Glad you're a great leader. I'm not a leader, I'm a supporter. But on this one, maybe I'm a leader on this one. Got me PFA next Wednesday. Keen as. Nathan, you'll be all over that, mate. You'll be all over it. And with these sort of things, guys, right, you won't even have the anxiety that comes with the fitness training. The fitness requirements that are going to happen when people turn up, not yet cooked. Okay? Daz Schmello. G'day, mate. Sorry again, Simon Powell. All right, Mr. Cole, Leo. Oh, shit. There's a whole lot of messages here. Good to have Leo here. It always is. You know, hopefully we'll be seeing him down the ferry trying a rope in Sydney soon. Getting to check out everyone's wife without actually having to feed them. Joshy Fawns, photos are great. Thank God we've got good tech. We've never been in a better time to be alive, but the one thing that is kibosh these days is the truth. Did you know today there is a woman, a lesbian woman, who is facing potential jail time because a transgender born male, okay, claiming to be a female, now doesn't like the fact that he's been told that he can't be a lesbian. You're going, that's the longest joke in history that every man thinks he's a lesbian. But now an actual biological woman is getting in trouble because someone from transgender is saying that she dead named them. What sort of world have we got to? If I was a lawyer, I'd say, get the F out of this bloody courtroom until you come back with some common goddamn sense. Benny, I don't know, Kaz, I feel military is becoming all political these days. Benny, not for the guys on the ground. Okay, the politics has crept in there. We need to get rid of probably a third of the officers we have in the army. We've got way too many. But other than that, for the soldier on the ground, there's still the job that needs to be done. The mateship, the brotherhood is down there. You won't see that many officers through the day. You should be good. Sam, Nakone, hey Kaz, g'day buddy, how you going? Surface signal there? I'll be over at the beach tomorrow, but it might be a little bit colder than what I'd like to put my legs into, considering they're only a little bit thinner than a Christmas cricket set wicket. Lauren, so good, Ed Jr. I've been chatting to your dad a bit lately. He's so proud of you, and so are we. Yes, we are. We really are. Ozanan hit my new PB for max push-ups at 72. Ozanan, that is more than the expectation, but I tell you what, that is fantastic. Was that as the 3-second cadence push-ups, or was that the just the straight-up push-ups? Let us know. Simon Powell, if 343 equals infantry, what are the numbers for logistics? Don't know, mate. They're behind me. Yeah. My job was to face forward. Zane, the logistic person was counting my push-ups. There you go. Honestly, Kaz, I could be a lesbian myself now I think about it. I think I am too. Chunky, what about a month ago I started running 5 kilometres 3 times a week for 2 weeks. My best time was 22 minutes. That's not a bad time, Chunky. That's not bad. Another one too that is really amazing, put a thumbs up if you've heard of Starlink. The new, what do we call it? The new internet that's coming from Tesla. Amazing. There was a guy that was just on, he's a Twitch gamer, and he goes to remote places out of his van, games from his van. He went to the top of a mountain to see if it worked, and guess what? It was faster than 5G. And this was in an area where he had no reception on his phone, no internet at all. He plugged in to the Skylink and got faster than 5G and did Twitch live streaming from the top of a mountain on a table sitting outside in the sun. Amazing. For those that don't know, $139 a month is what they're saying it will cost for the internet when it comes to Australia, which is cheaper than what I pay to be on here tonight. So I'll be switching over. Adventuring with Shan. Simon, I'm at 123 kilos and 170 centimetres. Whoa. So my BMI is 42. I've been under 32. I have to be under 32 to enlist. Yep. I did my assessment day on Thursday and I got told I can't reapply for 2 years, but at least that gives me time. Adventuring with Shan, what you need to do is train smart, because if the wrong person tries to train you and they try to make you go too hard, and they put undue physical effort on your lower limbs and back or wrists, then you could create an injury that prevents you from ever serving. So make sure you train with someone smart. Make sure that means that you have to diet or cut things out, sugars, etc., alcohol, portions, all that sort of stuff. You'll be okay, and that weight falls off very, very quickly, if you combine a healthy lifestyle and healthy eating. The Sworn Defender, I can't wait to get back to running. Just waiting on a foot injury to heal. Yep. Was running 3 kilometres in 15 minutes. I want to get back to that fitness level. Sworn Defender, you can do that. You can do it. What speed were you running at Defender? Okay. Simon, I'll be sending you a email after this. Navy veteran. The Defence Force is what you make it. Those that lack the strength and commitment to serve don't last long. Very true. Facts. Do you love Queen and Country? Facts. The Queen is your boss. And you know what? I can't hear any bad words about the Queen because she's been working since World War II, and she was my boss. And to me, I have a lot of love for the lady. Joey Knights. Love the vids, Kaz. Going in as combat engineer, the hardest working guys other than Ramey, in 8 days. Any last minute tips? Joey, I can't really think of too many tips for you, mate, that you can't find in the other videos. I've got a video on do not quit at Kapooka. There's videos like top 10 tips for Kapooka and stuff. Other than that, mate, if you get really hard up, just join me on Patreon, mate, for the price of a coffee a week. Bam, you can call me on that price of a coffee a month, and then join us on this and ring me on Sundays when you pretend to be, if you're not already religious, which means that you get to go all denominations to go and speak to the padre while you have a cup of coffee, while you get the phone, while everyone else is almost like they're on a naval boat, swabbing the decks, the hallways, doing cleaning because they didn't get the memo from Kaz that the best thing you can do is be religious on Sundays. Okay, so I can pass a PFA but not BFA. That's okay. That's okay. Then that means you need to get this and hook into it, mate. I'm applying at the end of July. Should I start to practice for the BFA? Yes, you should. And the reason you should is, depending on what core you're going to, well, no, as a matter of fact, every core, is because the basic fitness assessment, it should be done at Kapooka. It should be a back squad activity at Kapooka. If you can't do it by the end of week 6 in Kapooka, everyone should be back squatted. No one should be allowed to leave Kapooka passing the problem onto the next initial employment training facility, because that's passing on a problem. You should never get to the unit if you haven't passed a BFA during Kapooka or IET training, ever. Because by rights, you can't even do field then, because OH&S says you're not up to the physical standard required. Bam. It was straight max effort push-ups, not to cadence, but pretty happy with max 72 at 23 years old. Ozan, and that's fantastic. My average was around 100 to 102, just to put some wind back in your wings, to let you know we never give up. I never gave up on fitness. If it wasn't push-ups, then it was dips. If it wasn't dips, it was running. If it wasn't running, it was chin-ups. Everything I did. Physicality. It shuts up all the critics, team. Thanks for that, Lauren. Guys and gals, there is no reason not to be involved in this, honestly. I'll be building my scores as well. I'm 51 years old, area 51, and it's to get me off the Xbox. It's to get me off the internet. It's to get me off the lounge. As it says in the video, it's to get you off the cabin boy, so to speak. We'll play the video again in a moment for those that haven't seen it yet. Baylor Nicholas, hey Kaz, I'm trying to become an infantry officer. Any physical recommendations regarding how much someone should weigh to handle the kit and equipment? 17 years old, 5'10", etc. Balin, you don't have an excuse not to be on Patreon and get on here, because I'll tell you something, we've got a 100% success rate with OSB recipients, and between Dave and myself communicating with people, it's been a home run fest. So jump onto that Patreon link and let me help you understand that you don't get to choose infantry. The Army will choose as an officer, do you have either logistical management, off-tap benefits to the Army, or do you have the decisive operation, tactical mindset that allows you to make complex decisions in compressed timelines with not enough information that defeats the enemy's action timetable, their action, their mind action tempo. Because if you can think quicker than him and you can act quicker than him, you will defeat him. That's what it comes down to. Glasses back on, Magoo. Here I am. K. Parrow. Dips are a legit forgotten exercise, absolutely key for chest development in experience, as well as what they do for your triceps are amazing. And triceps are 2/3 the size of your actual arm. It's the part of the body that makes the girls go, I'd like some of that, please. You can convert a lesbian with good triceps. Nick Hollins, hey Kaz, got a job offer for combat engineer. Excellent. 22nd of August, ready to go. How cold is it going to be at Kapooka? It will be cold, potentially, but what's going to happen, it will be brusque, but you'll be coming into summer, and you'll be going home for Christmas. So well done. Andrew, g'day mate. His son is temporary in TSP, training support platoon at Singo. Said you got him in and through due to your advice. He speaks very highly of you. Men and women do it with this man. There you go. Thank you very much, Andrew. I had a special time at Singleton when I started to do my discharge processes that I got to spend a lot of time when I wasn't instructing, okay, whether that be officers, whether it be sergeants to be, whether it was private soldiers or section commanders. What it was also looking after injured soldiers and putting their head into a mindset that there was a bit of, not humility, but a bit of sense of humour, a bit of humanity, where I wasn't there to judge them, I was there to help them. And that tended to work. It was good. It humbled me too. Annan, if you want to be an officer but are dead set on a corps, I'd say enlist as an OR in your desired corps, then apply for officer. If you're approved, no, I wouldn't do that, mate. I would not say that because you have to be pushed for. You can't just apply to be an officer as an OR. Okay, from there, what will happen is you can get blocked by officers between you that do not give a recommendation based on your field, based on your administration, based on your conduct. It can be a really sticky mess. It really can be. Vernon 1. Hey, Kaz, I'm a young Indigenous lad. I really appreciate your tips on joining the Defence Force. I did 6 weeks at Kapooka, which was quite an experience, so I say thank you for your videos. Vernon, mate, no problems at all, mate, and I hope you're having a good day. I hope that has given you some purpose in life. What's next, mate? What are you going to do? Sage, beautiful name. If I have asthma and flat feet, not problematic, will I get rejected from combat roles? Yes. Yes. Honestly, Sage, I wouldn't let someone with asthma come into my call sign because, one, I wouldn't know about it. And then if all of a sudden, when we're doing some ass-kicking activity, right, where I'm moving at the speed of our slowest person who I'm dragging, and then I find out there's a respiratory problem, and then the entire call sign doesn't make it to where they're going to because we have to look after one person who we didn't know had a medical episode that was avoidable. I'm sorry, mate. I wouldn't want that responsibility. That doesn't mean there might be other roles, but flat feet is a red flag. Asthma was always an instant no. There has been people with childhood asthma that have got in before, that have passed lung expansion testing to make sure there's not going to be a problem. But I've never seen anyone that's been getting around with a puffer, etc. And if you think, oh, I'll be okay, just remember you've never been at that elite level of fitness before, under the pump, where you're not fed properly, not enough sleep, adverse conditions, in danger for prolonged periods of time, and then being told to perform. Joey Knights, and I'm sorry if that hurts to hear that, mate, but I've got to be honest with you, man. There's 30 other people to think of. Holland's fantastic, mate. We'll see you at Holsworthy. That place sucks. Bring some warm clothes. Be prepared for the cold and the heat. You'll get both there. I've been talking shit non-stop for how long now? 33 minutes. Dave D, you have to be NCO at least to apply for an in-service commission, and normally that's sergeant. Yep. Ahmet is logged in. PK, the father of AK-47. G'day, Kaz and team. G'day, mate. PK, my favourite chewy. Robbie Kent, have you got any new injuries, my man? Daz, antibiotic by drip, starts with a C. Can't see writing properly, not wearing my glasses. Are you in trouble again? Oh, you've had your last operation, have you, brother? Can we get some thumbs up for Robbie Kent, who's absolutely put himself through the meat grinder? He's treated his legs, and his fingers like Stalingrad for the last 6 months. You look worse than the water buffalo that Daz has just been greasing its prolapsed asshole with Vaseline for the last 24 hours. Poor bugger, but it's good to see he didn't put the animal down. Joshy, where are we? Seriously though, Jordan Towner, g'day mate. What do you think is the best support role and why? Support role? Oh. There's a lot of good ones, man. I haven't got the know-how really for engineers, which is cross between support and arms corps. It'd be easy to go for MPs, but I think you'd regret it if you went there. support. Ramey, if you're technical, because you're going to get some fantastic qualifications out of it. Intelligence would be amazing because you're going to get involved in the intelligence community, which allows you to open doors you could not open as a civilian. Because it means when you get your clearances, whether it be secret, top secret, etc., there's a need to have. Okay, you'll get those in the intelligence community that allows you to then go from there to ASIO. Same with MPs. Okay, and then you can be working for the intelligence community, the federal agencies, etc., be in plain clothes, driving cars where you're not in any uniform, where you're not supposed to dress up. You're supposed to be ambiguous to the rest of the world, and from there get paid top dollar from Canberra. So I'd say intelligence community. Signals as well, fantastic, cutting edge. Roger, that Rob, William John, hey Kaz, you unmissed my question. How much were you weighing when you did 100 push-ups? 80 kilos, I guess. Yeah, probably about 80 kilos. But I was also only 60 kilos or 65 kilos when I was doing 34 chin-ups. You know, I was ultra fit, you know, through my entire career. I had to be, and it's not because of just ADHD. But basically what happened was I was always normally in a rifle company or representing as an instructor in cold-face instruction, which meant we were always dismounted, outfield, etc. What specialist role is the best in the infantry, Kaz? Well, you've got DFSW heavy weapons. I love that, but I hate cleaning the Mag 58, you know, and the 50 cal. There's snipers, okay, can be very selective, okay, with recon and also surveillance inside there. You've got signals. I wouldn't go to signals infantry. Okay, then you've got your assault pioneers, depending if the battalions have still got them. But then you've got your mortars. Mortars is good because you can perfect it, okay? Lumpy lay, I'd argue, is 2RAR's best mortarman. What do I say? I'd probably stick with DFSW. You know, if I could be a sniper, I could be, but I talk too much. I'd never get in. It's a name game as well. Kaz, the vet said I should be a vet. She was very impressed with my animal handling skills. Did she? You degenerate. Where are we, Will? William John. Hey, Kaz, you missed my... how much were you weighing? Okay, let's go back. Guys, it's almost impossible to keep up with everyone, eh? Where are we? William John, hey Kaz, what was your weight at 100 max push-ups? Yeah, it was anywhere between the 60 kilos to the 80 to 84 kilos that I am now. Navy veteran. AMP is good if you want to get a post in the bases other than an army base, but just don't think that military police is the same as being a cop. It's not. Okay? Transport, fantastic. Some of the big rig qualifications you get, plus your complex fuel, what would you say, handling courses, etc. You know, AVO fuel, all that sort of stuff, fantastic. You know, I don't know if your hair will fall out by the time you're 30, working with all that petroleum, but there you go. Let's kick back to fitness for a second. Here is something that you can really do that can really help you out. Okay, I like to use different is better than good, don't I, all the time. Well, there's some activities that you can do in your lounge room if you're watching normal TV that has ads on, etc., or a YouTube video. And basically what happens is you can go for big dogs, okay, yellow, or you can go for the small dogs, the dog bones, which are 500 grams, 1 kilo. And basically what happens is these will sit there. You can have a pair for the whole family. You know, and what happens is as soon as an ad comes on, because ads go for basically 2 minutes, you rip them up, and all you do is punch like so, keep your hands above your boobs, righto, for the entire 2 minutes at that pace, no uppercuts and bullshit. Just keep the pistons going, follow through all the way. You will get a goddamn workout over half an hour, believe me. You know, believe me. And if you're not getting enough of those because it's only a half an hour show, bam, do it with this. The next day, every time the ad comes on, what you should be doing is going down and planking for that 2 minutes. Planking is very, very important, team. You can get those for a fairly cheap price at Rebel Sport. And that way, if you've got a bad back, you'll be good. George Costanza from Singleton. The sea was angry, my friend. George Costanza, he is a marine biologist. George Costanza, how you going, mate? Are you in a platoon, mate, or are you instructing, sir? Enforcer, Kaz. There we go. Nicole PK will love it. Hey, Kaz, how long is the recruitment process for ADFA? The recruitment process? No idea, mate. No idea at all. That'd be a good one. If you find out, let me know. PK, Dave D, did you get tickets online through, Eventbrite? So I'm pal. I can't play. Stop putting yourself down, pally. Do something about it. Carl P, come to boxing, shoulders of steel. This is just something you can do in your lounge room, so you've got no excuse in winter not to go to the gym. Hey, George, how's Singleton? Not yet PK, but I might be working. I'll be going to Sino soon to watch a march out now that I've got my van. That is a beautiful van that I can eat lollies in without looking like a weirdo. Spark 55, deadlifts help the back. I don't go anywhere and I don't recommend deadlifts to anyone, man. Honestly, Sparky, I wish that I'd done deadlifts when I was younger before I had back injuries. But I know a lot of people where they have actually injured themselves from incorrect or too heavy deadlifts. It does give you a bit of a baboon ass too that makes you look good in jeans. But it's not like girls have ever come pinch me on the butt anyway. Jordan Towner, I only thought it was sailors that got their backs blown out regularly, not arms corps soldiers. Dude, all we do is carry heavy packs, man. Not so much now that they're going motorised and mechanised. They'll still dismount. And I hope that there isn't a laziness, a corporate laziness that comes in to the event. Mitchell Bennett, opinions, thoughts on jiu-jitsu for preparation for non-armed combat. We don't need any preparation for non-armed combat. However, saying that, I believe that jiu-jitsu is an amazing discipline because not only is it controlled aggression, but it teaches people not to panic, to control the breathing, to control the movement, okay, to be able to tie someone up in a position where you can hold them while someone else dispatches them, which means that if you could be a boxer or you could be fantastic at jiu-jitsu, I would rather, I know we all say that someone's a black belt till you get hit and then you go back to being a normal dude. But if someone with jiu-jitsu puts you on your ass, you can't do stuff all as a boxer when you're getting wrapped up and you can't tap. So I think it's fantastic. But if someone's never done it, you won't get the time to do it. It is something that is considered A-OK to do and also not just appreciated but encouraged, I guess, once you get to your unit, but you won't get the time to get the skill sets. And I know that the US does a lot, and they actually get graded as they get promoted. You have to meet certain gradings. But no, we don't do it, and I don't think it'll have the payoff effect. Unfortunately, it would be great if everyone was good at it, for sure. B. Stubbsy. G'day, Kaz Lauren. G'day, mate. How you going, mate? Simon Course, the amazing team. Good to have you here, Stubbsy. You know Stubbsy is the name of some of the buffalo sauce for chicken wings as well. Willie John. I've done powerlifting and CrossFit. I can deadlift 250 kilos. That's a strong man. William John. Are you planning on going and getting married to a Kiwi? My back is strong as hell, but there is a very high risk versus reward if not executed correctly. I currently CrossFit 5 times a week, do CrossFit. CrossFit is allowed while you're in the military. You know, CrossFit is excellent. They've got a couple of exercises there that are dog shit. Kipping should never be allowed. It's not a sign of strength. That is a bullshit move. It is not a chin-up as such. And I don't think they class it as one. The one thing, Willie, that I don't like about CrossFit is there isn't a weight class system. So out of enthusiasm to try and beat someone, you normally have a weight disparity that can cause severe injuries because normally any good training, any good form you have can get blown out trying to get those numbers to speed. So there's real dangers in that. And I've known a few people that own CrossFit gyms, and they got their injuries too. I understand functional fitness, absolutely love it. Sup, Kaz, everyone. Army, woo, approve me. Well done, Celestia. And Navy, Air Force, no, which is weird. Fingers crossed the Chief Medical approves me. I'm sure you will, mate. Remember, no one's trying to fail people. What's happening is just sometimes we don't meet the standard to get in. It's harder to get into the Army than it is into university. Okay, remember that one. Say no to kipping. There you go. Do you get any preference as to which regiment you go to? There's only one regiment, mate, the Royal Australian Regiment, RAR. Other than that, your Army Reserve. I'm not aware of that unit. I've been out over 20 years now. I didn't know that, Simon. Jim, 18419. Purple belt here. Our gym owners, along with others, had a meeting with the education department, and there is a conversation being had about incorporating jiu-jitsu in school curriculum. Jim, I wish our teachers would just try to teach. There's enough bullshit going on with school, where our kids are falling behind. It's although that would be fantastic, I think that a better thing would be national service. I know I wouldn't be letting my kid do jiu-jitsu because at the moment they're not getting enough fitness anything. And she's fallen behind in English and maths, etc., with the amount of days off that the teachers have been taking. Yeah, tough one. Plumber Coast, hey, Kaz, I'm 36-year-old plumber. Good to have you here, mate, while my water's running well. Looking to join infantry in the reserves. There is no better thing that you can do for life balance and join reserves while you're a tradie. I'm telling you now, mate, well done. As I want to do something more meaningful and give back, I'm pretty fit. Do you think infantry is a good choice? 36 years old, that's a good choice in Army Reserve. 36 in regular Army, I would say no. Okay, but in Army Reserve, and that'd be for the wavelength, the maturity levels would drive you insane probably. But other than that, mate, I would definitely say that you're going to get a lot out of it. Again, join us on Patreon if you want. I'll have a chat with you. It's for the price of a coffee a month, and the link is below. Right? And, you're pretty fit, but it'd be still great to see what your scores are. If you decide you get into Patreon, all you got to do is say you want this. If you're in Patreon team, all you got to do is text me and let me know what your address is, and I'll send one of these, and it'll be a pleasure to compete against you, you filthy bastards. Leave kipping for Pickett. When he was trying to get over the fence of the wife next door's yard, I was just doing kipping. I always saw people who were kipping weren't doing proper pull-ups. I just thought that I don't see there is no functional reason for kipping to exist in the world. It's like butterfly in swimming. Although, what better workout can you get than butterfly in swimming? I can't think of a quicker way to exhaust yourself and drown. Navy veteran. Hand-to-hand should be made mandatory for all forces and job roles in the defence. Might teach some Navy guys some discipline. Yep. One of the things that we do unarmed combat in infantry naturally, but the combative system we have there is so that it is remembered. It is not complex because you will not get time to remember those complex moves, arduous conditions, accepting the fact the person you might be able to fight. When is this going to happen? This unarmed combat that is not using a bayonet, a rifle, your brothers, etc. So normally what happens now is one person takes down the other individual, ties them up. The second person either uses their rifle to club them, a shovel, a rock, a helmet, a boot, and the second person does the coup de grace. That's what happens. Nice, simple, teamwork. I'm going to put this video on again for those people that haven't seen it yet. This is the 5-minute video that we put together for this camp for those that don't know. Boom. Where are we? Oops. Guys and gals, I get sick of giving advice. It's time for me to change it up, to give you something to allow you to meet me halfway and have a carryable proof of capability. And here it is. Meet me halfway, watch this video, follow the instructions, let's go. That's Kaz, 343. Could you be fitter? What are your numbers? Do you know what fitness level you're at? What do you want to be your goals? Do you want to go to the military? Do you want to be a better
esophagus.
version of you? Are you sick of getting swiped left? Do you want to be better in the bedroom? Don't we all? Do you want to be the best cabin boy a man can be? I've got the solution for all of this. No matter what you're after, do you want to be part of an online group, a fraternity, a online boot camp? Call to action. What should we call said group? Let's try and get to at least 50 people so it's you versus us. Step 1. Join Patreon in the link below. Step 2. Text me your address to the bat phone. It's exclusive, I don't share it. Bam. I'll send you one of these. Numbered, signed. Our motto, slogan, give me a number. Said better by Ant Middleton himself. Who dares wins. Who dares to dare? Who wins, who dares? Who cares who wins? Step 3. Training sucks when done alone. Boom. Get a friend involved. Step 4. Quattro for the Spanish. Go and get your raw scores. Whether it be the prone hold, whether it be the push-ups in 1 minute, whether it be the burpees in 1 minute, whether it be the 2.4 run or the swim, there's a cross-reference of activities that are going to take you beyond where you are at the moment. And then it's you versus you, as we say. Step 5. Start attacking your own scores and make a better version of you versus us. Call to action. What is the name of this online boot camp that we're about to conduct? Subscribe to the channel. Be a good, active member.
Guardian.
Help us to help you. Step 6, if we can get 50 members, and by rights, if you've got a group, get a bunch of people involved so you can compete against each other. But if we can get up to 50, which should not be hard, if you in actual fact want to improve your life through physicality, get off the lounge, get off Xbox, get out of the captain's cabin. Then I will give a pair of Nikes, a pair of Asics, or apparel to the person that I believe is having the best go at making the best version of himself. It's that simple. Let's create a movement, drop a stone in the water, create a ripple, a movement that allows us to make a difference, because different is better than good. By working on you, by doing something different in the absence of doing exactly the same thing as yesterday, you were going to see improvements. Whether it be in your core stability, whether it be in your cardiovascular performance, whether it be in your preparation, or whether it simply be, bam, this is the tangible scores I have when I go to a U session, to a assessment session for military, police, etc., and go, this is where I'm at. I'm above the standard, A-OK, 343, let's go. Join me now. Let me know in comments below. Why do you want to join the online boot camp? Why do you want to make yourself better? How do you get better? Different is better than good. Join me as I join you and do something different for you. That's Kaz. That's all I've got to say. Now let's go back to some boutique coffee, gourmet, if you will, and subscribe to the channel that subscribes to your life, because I tell you what, I've got a lot of people I look up to in the USA, but it's about time that we start looking up to people within our own country to say, what is your number? As you tell us your scores. See ya. That's Kaz from In the Trenches with Kaz. Out to you. See ya. Peace to your mama. Yeah, team. So I have heard of the barracks at up at Brisbane. Yeah. Joshy, I honestly reckon that Australia is better infantry than US. Okay, worked with both. Personal opinion, yeah, I reckon we're better. And no slight to our coalition brothers, just they're a lot larger army, so we get to know each other more. A reputation goes a long way in the Australian Army. And when you're in infantry in Australia, believe me, everyone will eventually know who you are. Jimmy W, barracks gyms switched to online recently, pretty sure. Okay. I met Cade. Kaz, I think I've asked a while ago, but do you think doing boxing 4 to 5 days a week is a good way to prepare for the BFA? Absolutely it is. It is a cardio beast, boxing. It's absolutely a cardio benefit to everything you do in military. But I'd say you do have to run as well, because there's still tangible things. Let's have a look at that quickly and just let you know, we've had a few new people coming to Patreon now. Laura, I think it is, has just come in, and I'll give all of you guys and gals a personal message very soon. So 104th Wolf Gaming pledged. He's going to be in. Laura Nicole, Ahmet Cade, and And David commented, yes. So all you need to do, guys, when I give you your message in a moment, okay, is just text me, and I'm going to send one of these cards to you, and then you're either going to make a fool of me, or you're going to have a hard time if you're already fit, challenging yourself to the best version of yourself. If we can get this group to 50 people, team, I need to get to 50 people. The reason being, what I'd like to do with that is I want to start giving pairs of Nikes, pairs of Asics, maybe make some shirts up, at no cost to these people, that will actually be given out as incentives to people to become the best versions of themselves. So this is going to be something that gives back, and it's something I've always endorsed. Physical perfection, or the pursuit of the best version of you. It helps in the courtroom. It helps in life. It helps in decision making. It helps with mentality. It helps with the way you walk around the area, and people have belief in your mission if you walk with purpose. Okay? That's why I decided what is different about what I do to what everyone else does, based on a lifetime career of being in the fitness industry within the Australian Army, is bam, I'm giving you something physical to carry with you, that you can slide across a table, that you can compare scores. Get a friend, get them involved, get them on there, make them part of the 50, so that two people can be comparing the scores of each other, and then from there the competition begins. Army reservists, I would love to see, a whole platoon or group of people, let it spread like fire and then compete against each other. I'd love to see that. Okay, each session, you need to beat one of your things. Certified Evil. Good to have Evil on my side. How you going, buddy? Nicole, Mac Black. I'm going to 1RTB. When are you going, Mac? Got my enlistment date 25th. Wish me luck of this month. Okay. Mates, don't let mate skip leg day. Leave me out of it, Dave. Leo Wanker Stuntman. Online, they can cover the whole country. Hope it works for them. Yeah. Full-time infantry, Mac. Fantastic, mate. Again, Mac, get on here, get on the Patreon, follow the link below in comments, and then you and I will have a conversation one-on-one, and I can tell you everything about it, because I'm a 4-time instructor at the School of Infantry for officers, senior NCOs, and private soldiers that have come out of Kapooka. It's not even fair when I'm on your side. Having said that, there is nothing I can tell you that makes Singleton easy. It is hard. You must earn your Skippy badge, 343, duty first. And remember, when someone says, what do you do for a job, you can say, okay, with no political standing, that I seek out, I train to go to war. Who the person is I fight with is not my choice. It is the politicians. Yeah, but my job every day, in one way or another, is to train to be able to seek out and close the enemy, to kill or capture him, to seize and hold ground, to repel attack by day and night, regardless of season, weather, or terrain. No matter what happens with technology, okay, that is your role, that is your job, and the Queen is your boss. That simple. Richard Bug, you don't bug me, bro. Osman, 100% training alone sucks. It does. It gets boring. Being a YouTuber by yourself sucks. I wish Aaron Dixon would get off his Irish ass and bring a potato over here and chill out with me. Gets boring. I might actually have a young lady who might be coming on and doing a couple of videos in the future. And I'm looking at doubling down on some of my video content, but less streaming, more videos, making reactions and unpacking certain complex issues. One of my friends that was staying here said, why would you do reaction videos? Who gives a shit about what people think about something? The reason I love reaction videos is because when I watch someone who unpacks a topic, what I'm actually hearing is not just the polished version. I'm hearing what someone else's honest opinion is that makes me look at it or translate it in a different way. And that can be great for young people who are thinking, hey, dude, what do you think about this subject? Well, I'll tell you what. And then from there, it can be, you know what, you're right. I still see videos where people believe there's a thing called the gender pay gap. That doesn't exist, team. Everyone, if there's any message I can give you, is stop being jealous of what other people own and convert thought to action and then do something about it. You know, because all we can hope for is to be fulfilled. I'm 51 years, Area 51, 51 years old, and the best title I've ever had is father. I'm taking my daughter camping, if you'd call it that, and it is an absolute pleasure to have ticked off the boxes despite some of the shit that has happened in my life that was no one's fault but mine for being on this planet, and nothing owes me anything. This is a privilege to have you guys turn up here. It's a privilege. It's not an expectation. All right, guys. Certified Evil. I was down. Yeah, that's true. Also helps to have someone who knows what they're doing. First time I went to the gym, I had no clue. Absolutely. It is always worth the money to get someone say, what does your end state look like? What do you want to be? And then let them work, reverse engineer that, you know, and create the end state out of where you are now. Absolutely. You know, and let's train in winter to prepare for summer. We've got evil ones. We've got desert wolves. Did we have the devil or something before? Kaz, I just joined the Patreon. Chunky, I just saw you 104th, Wolf Gaming. Great to have you here. And it's going to be fun to speak to you. Okay, again, not only do you get to get the card, mate, and make sure that when I give you the number, you text us through your address so I can send it to you, but it also means that you can converse with me. And it doesn't have to be about military team. It can be about politics. It can be about life. It can be about unpacking things that you cannot communicate about in this goddamn weird world that seems to think that everyone is allergic to the truth. So I'm about to email. Let's get started. Boom. Let's do the work now so that we're ready for this summer. And then you can back off from the gym a little bit in summer, and it can be more about a lifestyle. Okay, getting out and getting into the water, taking up either surfing, boogie boarding, etc. You know, free diving through a course with someone else with you, scuba diving. Yeah. Awesome. Guys and gals, that's all I've got for tonight. Now I've got to get everything ready to take my daughter on a fantastic first ever camping journey in the van. And it's been an absolute privilege. Last question from Richard Bug. You're not bugging anyone, mate. G'day, Sharon O'Neill. Hey, Kaz, any tips on what to say to my case manager tomorrow for my U session to make a good impression? Okay, U session. All they're looking at is for something that's wrong. Okay, I'm not sure how old you are, Richie. You know, so it comes down to the reason why I want to join the military and the reason why, what corps do you want to join? Let us know. Just had a tooth pulled. That sucks, my friend. There is no tough guys in the dentist chair. That's for sure. Maybe John Wayne, but he's not with us anymore. So when you go in there, mate, just remember, watch my video on the U session, watch my video on the assessment session, so you're already 2 steps ahead of where you are at the moment, and the PFA, so you know all the expectations. And when you go in there, dress well, don't get on the phone, speak to people that are sitting beside you. You know, if you're ready, you're ready. Remember that the aptitude test is not about, you know, how dumb you are. It's about how smart you are. It's about seeing, okay, what potential might you have that you don't realise you have unlocked. Okay? Infantry, I'm looking, I'm 21, looking at 3 hour out. Okay, they're not para anymore. They're also in the worst area of Laverick Barracks. I'd think of 1 hour 2nd Battalion Amphibious if I was you. Got my PFA enlistment in August. I'm glad I stepped out of my comfort zone and started gym weight training in preparation for Kapooka. As long as you go more towards your push-ups, functional movement, sit-ups, your circuit-based training, which is about muscular endurance, not how much you can weigh. You're not applying to go and be a Kiwi removalist. You're going to the army to learn how to do something for repetitious amounts of time. Okay. Guys and gals, let's get out of here, you know, and, oops. Guys and gals, I get sick of giving it boom and boom. That's what it's about. 343, duty first. Help me to help you. Let's get the team to 50, and I want to reward people you know, with a brand new either clothes, with an awesome pair of shoes. Remember, the first thing you owe yourself when you decide it's time to get going and start choosing health, fitness, motion, is get yourself some shoes that are the body armour for your feet to give yourself the best chance of getting forward. Lord Jacula, thanks very much. Joining the Brit RAF regiment, going for from reserve to regular, and I'll be running five times a week. I would say to you, Lord Dracula, from Scotland, I remember you haggis eating freak. Mate, you don't have to run 5 times a week. Run 3 times a week, but run with intensity. That's what I'd say to you, mate. Awesome. And Lord Dracula, let's get you on here again. I look forward to actually talking with you and seeing how you're going, mate. All the best. Mucho respecto to everyone that was here tonight. Let's keep the world classy and don't be afraid to be a leader and speak the truth in the absence of common sense that is clouding our judgments these days, because one day our children are going to need us to speak the truth, to represent the truth. And remember that a bloke, at the end of the day, his job is to stay on the Titanic. Our job is not to be on the life raft, and you shouldn't be in a quest to get on it. See you later. Take it easy. Mucho respecto to everyone, and go and wash your hands, Daz. Watch the video again. Jump on board. See you soon. And mucho respecto to all those that have already jumped on there. I need to see the addresses coming through Patreon to allow me to send you one of these. Boom. Let's get to 50. Let's go. Get in, grab a mate, get a mate on Patreon that you want to get them off the lounge, that you want to get them off the Xbox. Okay. Change someone's life today. Get them involved. See you later. Mucho respecto, and peace to your mama.